3 brain cells and a microphone, the search for meaning characters. Max, the host, highly caffeinated, incredibly stressed, just trying to survive the episode. Jean, the existentialist, wears exclusively black turtleneck sweaters, believes the universe is a giant, chaotic joke but finds that hilarious. Nova, the cosmic optimist, has a telescope in her living room, radiates golden retriever energy but with a physics degree. Marcus, the stoic, has the emotional expression of a brick wall, drinks his coffee black, unbothered, moisturized, in his lane. Scene starts setting, a dimly lit podcast studio. There are 4 microphones, way too many cables on the floor, and a neon sign in the background that reads, "Are we there yet?" Max, tapping his microphone, "Is this on? Great, welcome back to the podcast. Today we are tackling the big one. The heavyweight champion of late-night existential dread. What is the meaning of life?" Jean inhales deeply from a mug. The eternal question, spoken like a true mortal who still believes their Google Calendar matters. Max, "Hey, my Google Calendar is the only thing keeping me from falling apart. But let's start with you, Jean. Give us the existentialist perspective. What is the grand, cosmic design?" Jean, "There is none. We are cosmic accidents clinging to a damp rock hurtling through a cold, indifferent void. To ask for the meaning of life is like buying a box of IKEA furniture, finding out it has no instructions, no screws, and is actually just a pile of cardboard, and then asking, 'Yes, but what is its destiny?'" Max, "That sounds incredibly depressing, Jean." Jean, "Depressing? It's liberating. If the universe doesn't have a plan for you, it means you can't fail. You can't ruin your destiny because you didn't have one to begin with. The meaning of life is whatever stops you from staring at the wall in despair. For me, it's a perfectly brewed espresso and mocking people who write self-help books. You are free, therefore invent. Jean-Paul Sartre, basically. Nova, gasping in horror, "Jean, please, you're making the universe sound like a DMV waiting room." Jean, "At least at the DMV you eventually get a number." Nova leans into her mic, eyes wide. "Max, listen to me. The scientific, cosmic perspective is pure magic. We are not just clinging to a rock. We are the universe's way of thinking. Think about it. The early universe was just hydrogen and helium. That's it. But those elements got squeezed together in the hearts of dying stars, exploded across the galaxy, and eventually organized themselves into us. Max, so we are basically very fancy, self-aware space dust." Nova, "Yes. You are a collection of atoms that can write poetry, build spaceships, and eat pizza. The meaning of life is exploration. It's our job to look back at the cosmos and go, 'Ooh, look at that.' We are the universe's self-reflection." Marcus takes a slow, deliberate sip of water, and what if the universe looks at us and says, "Please turn the self-reflection off, you're embarrassing me." Nova, Marcus, "Have some wonder." Marcus, "I have wonder. I wonder why you are yelling into a microphone when the sound waves are perfectly capable of reaching my ears at a normal volume." Max, "All right, Marcus, let's bring in the Stoics. How do the ancient Roman emperors and philosophers view this?" Marcus, "Simple. The meaning of life is not out there in the stars, Nova, and it is not found in Jean's moody espresso bar. The meaning of life is how you handle the next 60 seconds. Max, just 60 seconds. That's a very short-term goal. Marcus, because that is all you control. Stoicism teaches us that the world is a chaotic, unpredictable theater. You cannot control if it rains, you cannot control if your flight is delayed, and you certainly cannot control Jean's fashion choices." Jean, offended, "This turtleneck is cashmere, Marcus. It represents the soft, fleeting nature of comfort in a brutal world." Marcus, ignoring Jean, "The only thing you control is your own character and your response to events. The meaning of life is to act with virtue, be useful to others, and accept whatever fate throws at you with a calm mind." Max, "So if someone steals my lunch from the office fridge, a stoic response is?" Marcus, "To realize that the lunch was never truly yours to begin with. The universe lent you that turkey sandwich, and now the universe has reclaimed it through a coworker named Dave. Let it go." Jean, "I would poison Dave's next sandwich. For existential freedom." Nova, "I would write a song about the transient nature of turkey." Max, rubbing his temples, "Okay, let's try to find some common ground here. Jean thinks life is a blank canvas, so we should paint whatever we want on it, even if it's just a giant smiley face. Nova thinks life is a cosmic playground meant for learning and discovery. Marcus thinks life is an obstacle course designed to test our character and self-control. Is there any overlap? Nova, "Well, we all agree that waiting for a giant sign in the sky is a waste of time. Even the cosmos doesn't write, 'Do your laundry in the stars.'" Gene, exactly. If a giant voice from the sky told me the meaning of life was to collect stamps, I'd stop doing it out of spite. Marcus. And we agree that life is active. You have to participate. You cannot be a spectator in your own consciousness. Max, so the smart people answer to the meaning of life is actually a group project? Gene. Yes, but the kind of group project where everyone did different homework, read different books, and we're all going to get a C- because the teacher doesn't exist. Nova, but hey, at least we get to present it together. Marcus. And if the presentation goes poorly, we shall endure it with dignity. Max. Sighs, honestly, I'll take it. Thank you all for coming. Tune in next week when we debate whether cereal is technically a soup. Gene, it is, and it's a tragedy. Marcus. It is just wet grain, Gene. Calm down.